they sit there and deal with it, but they do not take any part in the court proceedings. They have nothing to do with the verdict. Similarly with even the court sheriff, they're there, and the secretary, they're all there as in an official capacity. That's it. The decision, the decision is made by the jury. That's it. Now, finally, as he says at the back, sorry, the jury members. Court members just now, what happens is you actually call for, if this hall's full tomorrow, we're going to say, right, we require 4 or 5 jury members, right? Can we have volunteers for jury members? This is, sorry, not jury members, the court officials. We require 5 court officials. We'd like volunteers for that. Now, we get the volunteers. If we can fill the positions, that's fine. We then turn around and say, right, we require 12 jury members. Can we get 12 jury members? Now, if you have a jury member, first of all, this is remembering if they take part in this, the jury member cannot be directly involved, right? So, for example, this is if someone tomorrow has put their name to a class action or has an issue regarding property, they cannot deal with it personally, they cannot sit in a jury. That's it. This is obviously conflict, and you can't do that. Secondly, the only thing we'll do is turn around and say, look, if they turn up tomorrow, it says they can't do it, they put their name down, or children, this is they're part of the proceeding, they can't sit in the jury. Can their husband or wife, or can their brother or sister, or their mother take part in the jury? No. If it's a blood relation, immediate relation, no, they cannot do that. But it's as if someone who stayed in the same area, a neighbour, a friend or someone, can they do that? Well, yes, they can. Because at the end of the day, if you're in a community, right, and you speak with, these setups were actually set up all over in villages everywhere. If you're in a small village and you're in a small community, and you actually had a prize, I don't know, cattle, sheep, whatever, in the olden days, years ago, you had something there, farmyard, and the neighbour stole it, right, rustling your cattle or whatever. You turn around and say, look, he stole my cow, this is I want to prosecute. So you go to the community, and in the community you only maybe 50 or 100 people. You say, right, I want to try him. So what you do is you convene the common law court, which is fine. But bearing in mind, everyone in that community probably knows one another. They're all neighbours. So that's fine. So realistically, it doesn't matter. The common law court is a community. The community in the UK, it says, so therefore anyone can sit in. But if you're directly involved, it says you cannot take part. If you have a blood relation or husband or wife or something or child, they cannot be part of the jury either. Other than that, it's okay. Sorry, yes?
What sort of sentencing or what sort of punishment can they?
Okay. Well, one that way too, but we'll get there eventually. Right, what we're going
With the
to
guidelines to
yeah.
it.
Well, what I'm going to do just now is tell me, say, look, this is how it works for the jury, so that's how you do it. Now, on the point of selection, it's the same for court members. So we say, right, I would like a sheriff for the court, right? Everyone puts up their hand, I've got 50 people. So, oh, hold on a minute. I said, I only need one. I said, but on that point, look, I need one. This is what the job entails. This is what we need. So half the people might tell me, say, right, okay, I'm not bothered. But we've still got 25 volunteers. So basically, if that's the case, the only thing we could do is basically select them randomly, give them a number, do a draw, and that's it, just pick out. Now, the only things about being a court official are obviously getting involved with these things of being a jury member, is you cannot do so if you've been convicted of murder, but if you've been convicted of murder, you should be inside anyway. So that's the first thing. Secondly is unless you've been convicted of fraud, and that's established. So apart from fraud, this is pretty much it's okay, because the rest of the things are statutory laws and this are not applicable. He said they are applicable because they may harm people, but the point is, he says as long as it's not murder, wrongful murder, attempted murder, so there not has to be murder, or basically fraud, he says you can't serve as a jury member. So therefore, it's a community, any individual can stand, he can be part of that. So as I said just now, nobody knows the jury members, they're selected randomly, that's it. Now what happens is when you get all the procedures initially done and dusted, the court officials are appointed. It says you then have the jury members. What we then have to do is go through a process. The adjudicator will then give the relevant paperwork. So they're signing off, basically confirming that they're signing as a jury member or a court official. So they put their name down, give a contact detail, and that's it. And then they'll be sworn in. So all individuals involved will be sworn in and then affirm their position. And that's it. And then what happens is the adjudicator will then commence the hearing, and when they do so, they'll introduce the plaintiff and step forward and then present the case. If obviously the defendants are there, the defendants are allowed to come, and then they both have a chance to put their case. they could question one another as well, and then obviously there's final arguments, and then the jury will then deliberate. Now, in addition to that, it says what may happen. Just change. I lost track there, sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, it says what happens, right? Next one, I knew he was there for something. You should be here. I'm throat's dry. Yeah, basically what's happening just now is, so when you're dealing with this, you've got the issue, it says put before the jury members, it says the court officials cannot guide them, cannot give anything, any information, any instruction. They're basically told that the plaintiff has put forward information, they put forward their request, their requirements, so they've told them what's happened by way of crimes committed against them, and they then put in a lawful remedy that they're seeking. Now, the lawful remedy that they're seeking, ideally, I would like to confirm that the defendant will be found guilty. So that's the first one. But the point is, it's not just guilty on one issue, because the individual may have done various things, right? So it says they may have committed 4, 5, 6 crimes. So the plaintiff may have said, look, for the following reasons, I'd like them to be found guilty of X, Y, Z, and put in the reasons for it. So you'll be given the information. They'll then turn around and say, right, in addition to that, because I've suffered, this has done. Now, if someone has suffered financially, and I'm not actually speaking about losing something, if they actually show, and they can confirm a physical loss, a financial loss, so it's there, a financial loss, it could be a loss of property, it could be a loss of pension, it could be a loss of a car, it could be a loss of employment, it could be a loss of salary, it says damage, anything you have there, if it's identified and it's there and it's factual, it's been done and paid, that's it, you can claim for that. In addition to that, you can actually request to the jury, say, look, because this is what they've done, this is how long it's taken, this is the effect it's had on me, and therefore I would like to request that there's an additional award for damages, so you can do that. Now, if somebody had came before me, and I've never sat in a jury, I've never been part of the proceedings, I've never been a court official, so I might try it one day if we can go on, but the point is, if actually somebody came before me and says, look, I've suffered a wrong, this is what's happened to me, I'll say, yeah, okay, that's fine, I can see that, I understand that, yeah, okay, I agree with that. Then they say, right, however, given what they've done, because of it is an individual, or because they may have a good job or a salary or something like that, and because of what they've done, it's unacceptable, I think I should be paid £50 million. Wouldn't we all? I said, but on that point, that's not reasonable, right? That's not reasonable. So you cannot turn around and just say, right, I want to charge someone 50 million, now when they're guilty, they're guilty, and we pay me 50 million. No, it doesn't work that way. He says it's got to be justified, it's got to be lawful, it's got to be fair. Believe it or not, even criminals have to be treated fair. It says when you actually target them, because of the community you're in, and because you're working with basic common law principles, you have to turn round, find them guilty for the crimes that they commit individually, and hold them accountable realistically, right? So you do that, that's fair. So therefore, if you have suffered a loss of £1,000, right, and you know £1,000 went out, you spent it, you got receipts, everything's done, and you say, well, I want the £1,000 back, I would say that's fair. If you turn around and say, well, I've had to argue with this for, say, 6 months, and it's cost me going to court, it's cost me to do this, and I've had to spend another £1,000, he says, I would like that back. Well, the jury can say, well, yeah, I think that's fair as well. Yeah, it's fair, because I had to pay to go to court or whatever, it hasn't worked, so they came to Commonwealth Court. And they say, well, in addition to that, this is the consequences it had. They took my car from me. He says, I've no car to get back and forth to work. He says, obviously, it's meant I've had to change my job or this or that. So there's extenuating circumstances you put before the jury, and the jury can say, okay, it's fine. And then they say, well, we can award £1,000 for that. So there might be something, simple amounts, but this is the process and how it works. So they can't turn around and say, well, I lost £1,000 financially. He says, it cost me £1,000 to argue in their courts, and it's upset me because basically I've had to spend £1,000 for additional costs because of what happened. 3,000. He said, but they're guilty, which we know, and because they're guilty, I'd like £10 million. So basically, be sensible with it. So when it comes to the jury, and the jury actually sit down, we're actually turning around to you and say, look, you're the jury. This is what's happened. This is a wrong it's caused, right? So forget about all that. You put yourself in my position. So if I'm turning around and say, oh, this has happened to me, right? This is the individual, the defendant. This is what they've done to me. This is what effect it's had on me in my life, and this is what have cost me financially already it's cost, and these are the consequences. So if you were in my position, how would that affect you? How do you put a price on that? So you think about it. Now, this is, I'm not turning around and saying to anyone else, you say, look, you come in here, you think about it. If it affects you, and this happened to you, how would you feel about it? If someone attacked you and done something, I'm not saying attack physically, but they've done something to you to cause harm, loss or injury. Because it's there, when the plaintiff puts the information before the jury members should actually sit and think about it. Now, to be quite honest, I'm actually impressed with what's happened. Because we've had court hearings just now. we've had to change the structure slightly because what we've actually got to do is allow time. This is now the time. The issue we have just now is not a problem with the court case because it all goes smoothly and everything's fine. We can normally put the cases in and the evidence is presented and everything's okay. Fine. It's unfortunate we're running into a couple of the juries. The juries are fine, but it's actually really good. But the juries actually, it impressed me, and I know it impressed you as well. You get little tidbits as well. It's strange to watch them because basically what you do is you go away, they deliberate and come back, and you're sitting. First of all, you don't know what they're going to do. So that's a bit nervy if you're sitting there and you're presenting the case. So you have to wait to see what happens. But then when they actually do come back and say, look, this is what's happened just now, you then have to sit and wait. Now the problem that we have with juries is that the juries actually sit down literally and say, right, okay, fine, yeah, okay, they haven't turned up, they haven't done this, they haven't done that, yeah, okay, they're guilty, that's fine. But that's the easy part, right? That's not the problem. The problem with juries are saying, right, if someone's committed a crime, right, we've now got to punish it. So how do you punish someone, right? Bearing in mind, this is what we've got to say, well, first of all, there are losses here that they've done, right, okay, they've maybe requested something, they say, well, we need to obviously do that. We can put in certain things, so there's certain things asked of by the jury, and the jury will basically say, well, look, they've asked for that, will we grant it, yes or no? So that's part of the decision. So basically, if they're not guilty, there's no case to answer, that's it. If they're found guilty, they then have to think about what's happening. So go through the items and think about the effect on the individual. He says, well, because the jury want to do it lawfully, fairly, and to make sure that the system is not being abused, the jury members take a hell of a long time to debate it, which is only fair, and it's actually quite good, because what you'll find is someone saying,